Welcome back to Jordan 93.9 FM Abuja. I hope you enjoyed that P Square song. Today is our Take It Back Tuesday, and that is why we brought you the single from P Square personally. So today is Real Matter. Yeah, on Real Matter show, and on today's topic we have school politics, and we have guests who will drive home these points with me. They are in the studio getting ready, warming up for this interesting conversation. I really think you should stay tuned to this dial. So before we continue, let's go into our entertainment gist. And the one we have here is really an interesting one. Record that Portable announced Ashobi as his wife in June 2023 during his son's naming ceremony. Nigerian street hop singer Portable had called his fourth baby mama out, expressing his displeasure with her recent interview. In a series of scratching posts on his Instagram story on Monday, January 29, 2024, the Zazu singer expressed his displeasure with Ashwebi's recent interview where she discussed their relationship. He then denounces her as his wife and dismissed their relationship, labeling her as just a side chick. Portable made it clear that Ashwebi is not his main partner, emphasizing that he has a wife and children at home. Which useless interview were you granting? You are just a side chick. I'm a responsible man and I have a wife at home with children. You got pregnant and I accepted your baby. Have I done bad? Portable said, addressing Ashwebi directly. He further stated, my wife has never for once fought any of you. She left you alone because she's okay and happy where she is. No competition. Portable also pointed that Ashwebi's interview was unnecessary and accused her of seeking attention. He went on to mention that other women have had children for him, emphasizing that, sorry for that break. Sorry. So he went further to say that other women has pointed out Ashebi was unnecessary and accused her of seeking attention. He went further to mention that other women had children for him, emphasizing that Ashebi is not unique in that regard. There you went on interview and casted your relationship. You didn't have to say anything. Even if they are asking you unnecessary question, you must you cast your relationship? Must you fight people? Give yourself peace and stay where you are kept. Even the people who granted you the interview are just trying to trend. They didn't give you attention back when you were still acting in movie. Now you've given birth for a superstar like me. They have your time. You can never be like my wife. You are only a side chick I have. You are only a side chick that I have. You can never stand beside my wife, he concluded. So this is our entertainment gist for today. So let's put our amebom out into this conversation. Let's put our amebom into this conversation.
Yeah.
So this news is as a result of Ashwebi going on an interview.
Yeah.
And in that interview she stated that him and Portable, they are married. No, they're actually married, and that she sees that she's the only wife. As an only wife, when he comes home to her, she accepts him and welcomes him like, okay, I'm the only wife to this man. And when he goes out, she doesn't care if he goes to meet the other people. She just sees that he's going for a business meeting. He's going out for a business meeting. So what do you have to say about the way Portable reacted to this, his wife that he, in quotes, 2023, my wife, and today he's saying she's just a side chick? What do you think about this reaction?
Yeah, actually, like what I really think of is that, according to what he quoted there, he said he kept her in a position like she's just his side chick.
His side chick.
But she's trying to, when you are working with celebrity now, so you say you want to be popular, you want to be known, you want to trend. So that's the reason why she, like, as they granted another interview, she came and exposed herself to, you just want to trend. This is what she actually wants. We're discussing her right now. This is what she really wants. Yeah.
So is that what you actually think?
Yes, she wants attention. You understand? Maybe he's not giving her that full husband focus. You understand? So maybe she just feel like, okay, let her do this, and social media and the way they will be
But
type.
but
Yeah.
why will he call her a wife today,
And call
and
her
the next
side
day
chick.
he's calling her a side chick?
Yes, that is celebrity
Of course,
for
he
you.
said he's a responsible man. Neka, what do you have to say about this? He said he's a responsible man with children at home.
Yes, he's a responsible man with 4 kids and a lady.
Mm-hmm.
And then you went outside and got a side chick and got her pregnant again.
Yeah.
I actually
And
like this side chick girl.
yes,
She's so humble.
So
Like
humble, yeah.
she know her space. She already said it. But I think it's because they said she was a wife. That was why she granted this interview
Yeah. So,
as a wife that she is. And she granted the interview and said, me like this now, I don't care if he has 1 million women outside. I'm a lover girl. I'm in my space. I did my house.
but the question here
Yes.
is that,
Mm-hmm.
does any of his wives, understand? He has how many wives?
I think he said he has one
yes,
wife
One
yeah,
now.
he
wife.
has a
And was
wife.
she the
Yes,
one?
It's not
no,
the
from
main wife.
that
This is Ashrebi
Does
is not
that
his
his
wife.
wife that he said she is, like, did she ever came outside, like, on the social media saying all these things?
Yes, Portable
Okay.
called her his wife when they were doing the dedication of their baby 2023 June.
Okay.
So I think she already feels like a wife.
wife.
Title.
Yes,
Oh,
Uh-huh.
she
yeah.
So,
already
but I
feels
think,
like a
yeah,
wife.
I think Portable is just angry that she came out to talk about their relationship.
Relationship.
Yeah,
Exposing her
yeah.
relationship.
What was the need for that? What was the need? Does she have to? What was the need for putting their relationship out there? Is it for the world to know how well they are? Or what was the reason for that? That I think that was why Portable was actually really angry
Oh,
with her.
all the celebrity issue.
Mm,
Well, any girl that is mingling with celebrity would like to expose herself. Now they should know that, yes,
mm,
especially when you have kids with them. You understand?
mm.
That's why
Yes,
from the beginning they used to tell you, like, if it is
Everybody is
on.
tagging along.
Yes.
Well, that is sure not our concern. It's just that I'm involved by the side. All right, this is Jordan 93.9 FM, and you are on the show Real Matters. My name is Meek Nazar, and today's topic is school politics. School politics, and I have amazing people in the studio with me who will drive home this point. I have Sir Jubri Sabril Amasa, aka Amasa Junior, a former student of IBB, and he was the DG campaign man, everything in between. And we have brought him here to help us dissect and break down these points, these school politics. I, for one, I never for one day participated in anything school politics, even from the zero level of course rep. I never for one day participated because of a lot of factors that we'll be discussing here today. And we want to, at the end of the day, convince you that there is something in it for all of us as students, and even if you are aspiring to go into the university, what you should expect and what not. So, like, I was talking to him earlier, and he mentioned that every human being is by nature political. So every human being is political in nature. So you will say I don't have interest in politics. Even if you don't have interest in politics, politics has interest in you.
So,
So whether you want to be a political person or not, politics has interest in you. In your business place, you are political in nature. In whatever you do, even in the family setting, there is politics
religion,
involved.
everything.
Everywhere there is politics involved. So, Sajubri,
Yes, ma'am.
thank you so much for coming to the station. Thank you so much for coming to the studio. We really appreciate you. What do you have to say about school politics in general? School politics in general.
Well, thank you very much for inviting me to this wonderful show.
All right. Thank you, sir, for coming.
Yes, before I dive into what you asked, I think it would be expedient to explain what is politics.
Sure, sure, sure.
Just in brief,
Um,
a lot of people misconstrue the meaning of politics. When you talk of politics, people will be thinking of APC, PDP, Labour, this kind of
sure.
things.
Me too.
Yes, politics goes beyond that. Um, just a political philosopher,
Mm,
named Plato, says that man by nature, I think Plato Aristotle, that man by nature is political animal. Some people tag it as an insult, but as a philosopher, you know what he mean, and what he
mhm,
mean, of course, is that as a human being, it will be very difficult for you to live without preparing yourself to be ahead of your previous level. This is
Sure.
what you need.
Yeah,
So that is to say that you don't need to engage in these politics that we find ourselves. Even within yourself, you play politics because you sit down one day, you think, what will I do to better the life of, to better my life and things like that, you know. And again, in your relationship or your interactions with one another, like two or more politics must come in
yeah,
because
sure.
there must be disagreement to agreement, and that is politics. Everyone wants his own decisions to be superior, and that is politics.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when you in the morning you wake up, you want to go to your work, so you start thinking of which clothes will I wear to fit me to this and that. You start making different calculations. So in
Mm-hmm.
short, these are politics that we do within ourselves.
Of
You know,
course.
politics has level. We have
Mm-hmm.
internal politics, we have local politics, we have international politics.
Mm-hmm.
So politics has jurisdictions. And we come to these issues that you are bringing, the school politics.
Mm-hmm.
And just as we have it at the larger society, that is how we have it at the school or campus level. So you see the school politics, sometimes we call school or campus or student activism,
Mm-hmm.
or campus politics or school politics or student unionism, all would mean the same thing.
Sure, sure.
So I think, let me just give a brief explanations of what even politics as generally mean.
Mm-hmm.
You know, to synthesize other people's explanations or definitions of politics. You know, politics is a struggle among actors. You know, yes, it is a struggle among actors
Okay.
trying to gain control of power
Yeah.
in order to affect the lives of the people.
Positively or negatively.
It's positively.
Okay.
But the way you ask this question is because of the way we are seeing it.
Yeah, sure,
Yes.
sure.
So people have different intention of getting into politics.
Of course.
So there are people that enter for positive reasons, and there are people that enter for wrong reasons.
Negative. So
Neg-
I would want you, a lot of people might be listening. I want you to give us like the benefits of being in school politics for people who are in school, because as a person in school I didn't see any reason to be in politics, like to participate in school politics, to do anything school politics. So what do you think are why we should engage in school politics as students or as soon to be students? Why do you think is beneficial, or why do you think it is good to engage?
All right. I think uh, we should say the question should not be why we should, no, why we
Okay.
must.
Okay, yeah, sure. Why we
Because
must?
yes, if we go by the definition of politics, it's something that you are not going to run away from it. Because if you are not interested in politics, politics is interested in you.
Sure, sure.
So the question should be why we must.
Engage
Yes, and
as students.
yes, and campus politics, as people see as waste of time and resources, this and that, and lack of focus.
Yeah,
It
sure.
has more than 1,000 reasons,
Okay.
advantages. I can mention more than 1,000.
Hmm.
So to save our time, I will just give like 3 to 4. Let me see.
Two, we
Let me
okay,
just
sir.
give 2.
All right, sir.
Okay. And number one reason
Okay.
is a platform and avenue to serve humanity. That is
Okay.
number one. Do I need to explain that?
No, it's self-explanatory.
It is, yes. And number 2, it is also a preparatory ground for new future, for tomorrow leaders. You say 2? Should I add one again?
No, that's no. You're still tuned into Jordan 93.9 FM, and we are still on the program Real Matter, and our topic is school politics. And I want to bring this school politics down to SUG. So, what do you have to say about SUG and their impact in the national politics?
The SUG,
Mm-hmm.
the SRC, and
Can you please put a definition to the acronym?
we have different needs, but they are working toward the same directions or goals. Like other school, you will be hearing SUG, that is Student Union Government.
Okay.
Other school, you heard SRC, Student Representative Council. Other Student Representative Assembly, SRE, something of that nature. So it depends on how the law of that school allow them to operate. Like you see in IBB University, we use XUG. That is the
Okay.
Campus Student Union Government. Not that there are not other student association. As far as we are talking of the student participation in policy or student unionism or school politics, so we should not just limit within the context of SUG, the APES body.
Okay.
We have even the Fellowship of Christian Society, MCS.
Of course,
We
of
have
course.
Muslim Student Society, MSS. We have Tribal Association and things like that.
Departmental association.
Departmental and even class rep.
Sure.
So, but since your question was specific,
Yeah.
that what is
What impact do they
What
have
impact
with
do
the
they have?
national politics? Like, how does it connect? Does it have
Yes.
any value or
yes,
influence?
as a citizen, even
Okay.
as an individual person, you have impact. If you are political conscious, if you don't need to, even without associating yourself with any group. So coming to even talk about a body of organized people, and students for that matter, highly intellectual body, coming to what? Protect the educational interests and welfareism of the people they are serving. Of course, in doing that, they will be affected and they will also affect the national politics. Let me tell you a little story. The first nationalist movement in West Africa
Okay.
was spearheaded by student union government.
Okay.
Let's talk of Ladipo Solanke, a Nigerian student. Formed WASU, West African Student Union. It was that West African Student Union that led to the birth of prominent and astute and reputable nationalist leaders such as Kwame Nkrumah, Anthony Enahoro, the person that the person that raised a motion for self-determination in Nigeria in 1952. And I'm just giving you a little instances
what
of
it
how
can do.
student union affected national politics.
How powerful
Giving
it
you
can be.
giving you from the starting.
So,
They were the one. I'm coming. They were the one that arose the political consciousness of the people
sure.
to stand up and be alive of what they should do in order to seek for political freedom, to fight against political segregation, social subjugations, and all these colonial dominations. And again, in 1961, during the government of Balewa, Tafawa Balewa, there was this policies of Balewa administration as at that time. That policy was Nigeria Anglo Defense Pact. And that policy was considered as against the core principle of Nigerian foreign policy. And do you know the group that fought against that? It was the group of students. There were other groups, but I am telling you of how the student union affects the national politics. And they led a protest in 1961. That protest, it led to the abrogations, the setting aside of that policies. Come to 1980s, there was a commissioner, Minister of Education, General Amadou Ali. When there was abdication of responsibility and this I no go gree, I no go gree. It was the university student, or let me say even the student union government, that led a protest that they tag as Ali must go,
Mm.
and you go.
So you're saying that the students' union are very powerful in influencing the policies that affect them.
Very significant because they are even considered as the fourth arms of government.
Mm.
Fourth arms of government.
Mm.
That is, after you talk of executive, you talk of legislative, you talk of judiciary, then the student union government, the National Association of Nigerian Students, or anyhow you see it, come the fourth because they are the most powerful by
Of them.
virtue of their positions
And
and
their
what they are studying.
combination of youths.
Yes, because they
Everybody
combine
blend.
engineering student,
Yeah.
law student, and all type of student.
Sure,
They are
sure, sure.
students.
Who know their rights. So what do you say about the interference of the authorities in each school in students' politics?
Actually, the interference of the school management in student union government is uncalled for because I didn't see reason why they should interfere in the first place. In as much as the academic staff union of university ASU
Mm.
or non-academic staff union of university NASU or non this and that, these abbreviations and of staff like
Okay,
high
staff.
institution or this and that, this is their own staff association. If they will be operating without the interference of the student, because I usually say that, for instance, if you take the academic staff union of polytechnic today, once they have issue affecting the welfare of their own members, they move against that, even if it will be at the detriment of the student. And the student
sorry,
can't even.
sorry for
Yes.
cutting you off. That's exactly the question I want to get.
Yes.
Like the way ASU,
Yes.
if they don't get paid, they
Yes.
just go on strike.
Yes.
If NASU, if they don't get paid, or maybe they feel that their right is being pressed or anything, they go on strike. Is it possible, like when students maybe in a in an institution, when they feel that their rights or maybe the school fees is being increased, or is it possible for the body NAS to come together and say, okay, we are going on strike from classroom until this need is being met? Is it possible to do?
Like the NASU, to
Okay.
go on strike because of the issue
The
affecting
way
the
the,
students.
yes, the
Because
way
of issue affecting the
ASU
student.
will say, okay, this thing is affecting us, we don't want this policy, we
Yes.
don't want that policy, and then they go on strike as a way of, this is our tool to get the government to look at us. What is the tool that NASU or the student government uses to get the government to look at them?
Yes, there are a lot of things
Okay.
depending on the law, the rules and regulations of the schools, and most especially of the law guiding the student union government of classroom. I get it.
Okay.
Yes, there are different ways to press on your demand through the social media. Notably among them, which we always cherish and advocate, is roundtable meeting. When there is
Okay.
grievances, as a body of intellectual people, we shouldn't be seen protesting, blocking what, causing havoc, these kind of things. Because the damages that we make will leave none more than even the benefits. So as a body of intellectual people, students, there
Dialogue
shouldn't
is
be. Yes, protest is a lawful ways of doing that, but it should be considered as a
last resort. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. When they're not
Yeah,
looking
yes.
at.
When you have exhausted different different measures. And part of the measures is a roundtable discussions.
Okay.
They are school authority. You are the student union, you are the representative of
The student.
the students. And this school authority or the school management, they are not ghosts. They are human beings.
Sure.
You do see them, right?
Sure, sure.
So you already, since you have identified leaderships, it is the responsibility of that leadership to go in between, send letters concerning or whatever complaint that they have to the appropriate body. Because even in the management, there is place that you must first reach before another place. like in school we have this student affairs, because it's like he is there as a representative of the management. You know, yes, the channel between the student and the management. So if the student, through their leadership, they have any issues, you know, they are to communicate it or to sit with the student management. It is, I get it.
Yes,
It
yes.
is, if is unable to resolve the issue, then it will be taken to the another desk, because he has his own senior. In
Okay.
administrations, we have ladders. There are people that these are hired. And in case if the student have exhausted these ladders without having a positive and fruitful
Result.
outcome,
Okay.
then we should look at, is that school own state-owned institutions or federal? If it is state, then of course we have the state government. The school itself is an what? Act of parliament created by what? The state house of assembly. In case if the even governor failed to make any positive outcome, you can report to the what? The state house of assembly, and they will call them to orders. And whatever it is the issues, they will do it.
That's to say the student government really have impact, or they really have influence on how their issues should be running. So in a school where students are being deprived of a lot of things, or there's constant increase in school fees, there's no hostel, nothing, the students have the right to take these steps
Yes.
if they have student government that will represent them properly.
Yes, they have the right.
All right, you are still tuned into Jordan 93.9 FM Abuja, and this is still your show, Real Matters, and we are talking on school politics. It is time to open our phone lines to you guys to call in and give us your opinion. You can ask any questions. We have a capable guest who is going to answer all of your questions. Our phone lines are 07050863939, 07050863939. This is your program, Real Matters. We discuss matters ranging from real life to campuses and everything you can think of. And in today's program, we're talking on school politics. So back to you, Mr. Jibril. I want to still ask, a lot of us, why we did not involve in school politics was because we wanted to have first class and a distraction or something that will take us away from the major reason why we came to school. How do you think it's possible to cope with academics and this politics?
Yes, firstly, you made mention of something that
Okay.
most students are afraid of not distracted academically.
Number one, me, I'm here.
Yes, yes. So I think this is a long emotions. And I would say it because, in fact, in the environment where I study, if you want to even get first class, you know the step you take is to join the student union politics.
How? How does that inflict your
Let me-
scores?
Yes, because the school politics of Ivy League University, I want to give a reference to that.
Okay.
The school politics is that there is standard, there is rules and regulation attached to it,
Oh yeah, sure, sure.
which if you do not fulfill it, you are incapable of even supporting a candidate, not even contest. There is CGP attached to it.
Okay, yeah, yes, yes.
If you
yes,
don't
yes.
have up to 3.50, you are not even going to for the even list positions.
So
Currently
you have
now,
to be sharp
yes.
in
So
mind.
that is why when person come 100 level, you know, especially if you have this zeal and passion to participate in it.
Politics.
So you have it in mind because you know the standard. So you want to keep up to that standard. So you see, you'll be reading
keeps
there,
you on your
yes.
toe, yes,
You see
yes,
people reading this and that. All they do is to, all they want is to have that particular point. And that is why today, let me tell you, I can't think of any past president with less than 4.0 million.
Wow.
The current one, which is Comrade Abba, I know him. Is a first class student.
Mm. So you are saying this politics is a push
Yes,
to
it's
do
a
well
push.
in
So
your
that is why I
academia.
say it's the pen, because now there is a lot of adjustment from different schools. Because yes, they know that, because if you do something without regulating that thing, so you'll be having negative things.
True.
Not only student politics, even in your own life, you need to set a standard for yourself. So the people that are having the notions that it will distract them, no. Even if, unless they are already distracted.
And before
Because
you
there are
get in,
people,
you have to be focused
I will
first.
tell you, there are people that they don't have any issues. They don't participate in politics. In fact, they don't do anything. I am telling you, and they don't even get to up to 1 point something in school. There are a lot of them.
They are not in politics.
They
They are
are
not
not
in
in politics.
anything.
They are not in sport. They are not in any drama. They are not. They are. They are just there.
Wow.
So you must not be in politics, student
To
politics, before
fail.
you fail.
Yeah, sure. So how do we cope?
You
Like,
come.
if I have somebody listening that wants to that wants to get involved, but is scared of the workload is not easy. As a politician in school, you know how much you have to work to get there. So how do you think it's possible to cope with academics and still doing politics and still being a good student?
You plan,
Okay.
because they say that if you fail to plan, you have planned what.
To fail.
That is how it is, and you know, everyone has his own uh, way of arranging times. You get, and in school, when you go, if you know that you are the type that has passion for politics, and at the same time you have passion for sport,
Mm.
and of course you must not allow your primary objectives to be in school to go in there.
Mm.
You get? You
Yeah,
are not
sure.
going to sacrifice that your primary objective for this sport and politics and this and that, of course.
Mm.
So, but there is way to manage your own time. That is time management.
Mm.
And you sit down, you look, which time will it be convenient and profitable for you to read? Because it is not any time a student read. There are people that they are late hours reader in the night. Even if without doing anything in the daytime, if you should read or you were to read, he's not going to pick up anything, because that time is not his own convenient time. So what I'm saying in the essay is that you should mark your own time. Which time is fit enough for you? So the time for your politics, you should have it. Because the politics, it is not all day activities. If it is campaign that you go, the campaign usually they set time for the campaign. It is not every day. They
Okay.
set time, yes, they have timetable. Like in my school, after they even said that, because it is a week to the election that we start doing campaign. And even within the week, some days you will not go campaign. And the time start like the day for the campaign, they will say by 8 you no go to campaign in classes.
Because people are reading that
People are
time.
reading
Yes. It's going to be
during the school
distraction.
time, but people are reading.
Mm.
So it is a message to you now to sit down and think. Okay, if by that 8 a.m. people are in the class, me, what will I go doing in hostel when there are not people?
Mm.
So you must go and read.
Of course.
So you let there is time, like usually you look at the time when people gather and go and
Campaign.
campaign there, beautiful campaign. So everything has its own time. And thank God now we have different convenient way of sending message, reaching to the people without even stressing yourself, bothering yourself, denying yourself the time to read this kind of things. This social media. All what you need to do is to whatever is it your manifestation, your manifesto? Is it this and that question that you have to answer to people, this kind of things? You type it, you have your campaign team. It's just within 1 minute they will even send the you don't need to be just go. So you just go and read. You have your own time to read. You have your own time to go and play football, like Saturday. Everything you have your own time.
All right, thank you so much for that. There's this one last question I want to ask you. But before that, let me call our phone line again 07050863939. It's still your favorite program, Real Matters. And in today's program, we're talking on school politics. Like we've said before, human beings are political in nature. If you are not interested in politics, politics is interested in you. So we're talking on school politics and how you can merge politics and academics, and how beneficial politics is in the life of every student on campus and even in real life generally. And our phone lines are open to you to call in and ask your questions or give us your own contribution or your experience in school. And the phone line is 07050863939. 07050863939. So back to you, Mr. Jibril. I'm really invested in what you are saying. I'm really getting everything you're saying. As a student, I was never interested in politics. All right, we have a call. Let's take this. Ah, we lost that call. Please, if you can call us back, please call us back. We really want to hear from you. So as a student, I was never invested or any way interested in school politics, be it class rep, course rep, anything. But I remember fellowship. I was holding a position and all that. And with the eye-opening statements you've made here today, I want to still ask, uh, looking at Nigeria today, what impact do you think, or looking at Nigeria today, what do you think is the challenge our politics is facing today? Like looking at Nigeria and looking into the school system. But please, before you answer that, let's still take this call. Hello, good morning. Welcome to the show. Hello, good morning. We lost that call. So, what do you think is wrong with Nigerian politics today? At it from your eyes as a student, as someone invested in politics. What do you think is wrong with Nigerian politics today?
What is wrong with Nigeria politics? I think let me speak the words of Chinua Achebe.
Okay.
I say Nigeria is what it is because the citizens are what they are.
Mm.
Why? Because the leaders that we have, which most at times we apportion blames to them,
Mm.
they are not angels and
They are
they are not
humans
descended
like
from
us.
heaven. But they were once like us at the low and overton groups.
They started like you.
Yes.
Sure.
So what I'm trying to say here is that the actual problem is the citizens, the general people, the masses.
Really?
Because there is this issue that we are facing, lack of political participation. Because we think it is not important. And at the end, we show concerns on the consequence of our actions. For instance, you are the student.
Mm.
You are indifferent. You don't care
Don't
about
participate.
who will be the leader.
Mm-hmm.
Is it the leader of education? Is it the one that will keep the issues of the ASU to linger? You don't care. As a student, I'm just making a business.
No, talk to me direct if you
So,
want to talk.
yes, as a student, then maybe because of that, your refusal to participate will eventually lead to the emergence of the person who doesn't have enough of education parts and what we expect will happen to education.
Sure.
The same you that failed to participate will be complaining on radio stations.
I'm expecting a
newspaper.
positive outcome.
Yes, that this leader, this ASU, this kind of issues of that nature.
Mm.
That is number one.
Okay.
You are the citizen. From where? Education sector.
Mm.
The professor in classroom always talk about corruptions, talk about this, talk about bad leadership, talk about the same people. Though not all,
Mm-hmm.
But in an elections, they connive with some of them to rig the elections. Then is it the leader that are only at fault?
No,
No,
no.
I'm talking at
From the
the ground level.
grassroots going up.
The person, the taxi driver, hearing us maybe now,
Okay.
he flouts the traffic regulations. When he show
when
you
you
red,
you
you
are
go.
moving.
And maybe it jams somebody. You don't know where that body is heading. Maybe he has a
Mm.
patient at home that you want to go and seek money to pay for his own medical bill, this kind of things. You jam that person, maybe that person died or is hospitalized.
Don't care.
You don't care and you go. Or whatever happened, this and that. The same you follow the leaders. So have you for once sit down and think, ask yourself, are these leaders different from coming from another planet?
We are
There are
all
people from
the grassroots
within us.
going up,
Because tomorrow, we that we are talking, we don't know where we'll be tomorrow.
of course.
Whether we like it or not, the person that is president today, vice, deputy, this, that, this, and that,
Has a limited
they have
time
the-
in the
yes.
office.
and tomorrow, we still look for their replacement. And where that replacement comes from? Is it not from the lower level?
It's
So
from
the
us.
issue is that if we at the lower level make it right,
Mm.
it will affect the up. Because the correction, it is from the bottom, go up. It is not from the up, down. So the issue, it is not the leader.
Mm-hmm.
The issue is the citizens.
Yeah, everybody
Everybody
combined
is
together
included.
is included.
So now look, when they are talking of, what is it called? This cost of living.
Mm.
The same person that bargain with the politicians
Mm.
to collect money so that to cast election. The same person that fell to queue just for one day in every 4 years to decide
Who the next
for the
president
fate
will
of
be?
another 4 years to be. The same people, they are the one claiming, castigating, insulting those people. You see, the same culprit too.
Mm.
Because it's just like a culprit.
Yeah, sure.
So you see, that is why Chino Achabe says that the reason why Nigeria is what it is because the citizens are what they are. Not that I say
Mm.
there is not going to be another, or there is no another issues, but it depends on the perspective you are looking at the issues.
Sure.
Me, I am looking at the, because if you look at
We are
make
all
reference
included. We are
yes,
all.
we should
Nobody
make
should
reference.
exempt themselves from this.
There is a scholar in America. Is it a scholar, something of that nature? He says that don't ask what America will do for you. but
What can you do?
for America.
Sure. What will you do for
Yes,
America?
a lot of people will be thinking of when Nigeria will do it. Nigeria will not do. You, what have you done at your
Yeah,
own?
if everybody will sit up and
Yes,
put hands on deck, I think things will get better, surely.
he does it.
Thank you so much, Mr. Jibri. I really enjoyed this section with you. Though we couldn't get calls, our calls were coming in and ending. We would have gotten people to ask you really good questions or pressing questions on things they want to know, things they want to clarify themselves about. But our phone lines are not doing well. People are calling, but we can't get their call through. But thank you so much for coming. We really appreciate your presence, and we hope those outside. We still have lots of questions, loads and packs of questions we want to ask you, but it's almost time. We'll have 10 minutes more, and we're expected to leave the studio any moment from now. Thank you so much for joining us. SK, you've been here all the while, and
Yeah, you know,
there have been no time. Don't worry, next
Yeah.
time.
No problem.
I really hope we can have you here next time, maybe on our morning program where we do newspaper review. You are really, thank you so much. I really enjoyed from your baskets full of wisdom. It was really wonderful having you here. Nneka, you've been on the background too. Thank you so much for coming. I really appreciate all of you. All right, it is still your favorite program, Real Matters, on Jordan 92. My name is Miknaza, and I anchor this program with SK, Nneka, and then we have a guest, Mr. Amasa. Thank you so much. We'll see you in our next one. Bye.
Oh boy, go one key.
I did tell you.